If we look at global citizenship and the responsibility that goes along with it, you could look at it from a national perspective or an international perspective. And I guess, again, because of my exposure to so many people around the world, I always look at global citizenship as more of on a worldly basis. And I suppose that's where I get quite frustrated when I read and hear about all the problems that we're having in the world today with war and people fighting and killing one another and over what, so much of it's religious based, so much it's greed, so much it's so many of those kinds of things. And why don't we all sit back as citizens of this world and say enough is enough, and just say it's now time to take our citizenship seriously and work our very hardest to get along with one another, to be tolerant and understanding of that there are differences. Everyone thinks differently, we act differently, we have different beliefs, whether they're religious beliefs or cultural beliefs or anything in between. And we have I think we have a responsibility to come together more and to say enough's enough, and let's try to work together to make this world a better place in which to live, work, and play. And that's the legacy that we want to do, and that's why I've always said that we have to do more together for the future to make this place a better place in which we found it. It's not unlike the most fragile element in the world is a snowflake, if you think about it. But just look what they can accomplish when they stick together. And people are the same. If we're fragile in many respects individually, but if we could find a way in which we could come together in an understanding manner, just look at what we could accomplish.